Hi everyone, Lucy here. Okay, so this video is basically about clubs and pubs, the type of people that go there, mainly chicks that, well, put it this way, I've been going clubbing since I was 18. I was going every weekend before I had my kids at 21. Um, Back then, because obviously I was younger, I don't know, because at the time back then I wasn't really drinking, so I wasn't the type to be getting drunk at a club and trying to pick up or anything. I like to dance a lot, and professionally I can't dance, but that's just me. That personally I go there to dance, and that's mainly it, because I know that the type of guys that go there, I mean, the majority of them are drunk, and they're not the type of people that you can just obviously stand there and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to start a relationship with this guy, because most likely the next day they're not going to even remember you. So, you know, trying to pick up in a club, to me, is absolutely pointless. Um, After I had my kids, I stopped going for quite a few years, and then I got myself in a really long relationship for 7 years. I got out of that relationship in July. During that whole 7 years, I didn't go out at all. I was always with my boyfriend. We lived together, and he was kind of against me going clubbing and everything else like that, mainly because when I do go out, I get that type of attention where a lot of guys, always want to dance with me. They always want to talk to me. Um, Obviously, you're going to look at me now on the camera and be like, yeah, she's not that great and whatever. That's mainly because at the moment I'm not dressed up, I don't have makeup on or anything like that. So, and at the same time, I'm not stuck up or anything. I don't even know why guys come up to me, because I'm not that type of girl to stand there and kind of make a guy come to me. I don't even pay attention, to be honest. I just do my own thing when I go clubbing. But that's the main reason why my ex didn't want me going clubbing when I was with him. So I then kind of got away from it. I didn't think about it anymore, and I kept saying to myself that I was pretty much over it. And then when was it? Yeah, so in July, and then probably a good month until I kind of got over things, because he moved on quite quickly. And then I still had my kids, because I've always had my kids full time. There hasn't been a weekend away where I haven't had my kids, and because their dads are not in their lives, I don't have that privilege of the kids going to their dads on a weekend like most parents kind of have that freedom. So my mum offered to start taking my kids every second weekend, and I've been out, I think, 4 to 5 times since July now. And so I started going clubbing again. The first time that I went back after so long was kind of weird, I'll admit that. But I started drinking, obviously, and I'm not much of a drinker, so I got drunk pretty quickly, but not to the point where, I didn't know what I was doing. But I also noticed that the kind of guys that were around these days in clubs, and I'm really, really surprised on how old most of them actually are. I'm 28, and I would say the majority of them are probably about the same age as me or older, and there were some younger ones, I'd say. But um, you know, there are some girls that I find that go there are pretty full on. For example, I was just dancing with my friends, and there was a bunch of guys that were next to us, and they were doing their own thing, without any girls in the group or anything. And this girl just comes out of nowhere and starts grinding up against this guy just out of nowhere. And it's like, my God, what are you doing? It's girls like that try to get themselves raped or something, and then they think, oh well, why did this happen to me or whatever. It's like, I wonder why. You're wearing this skimpy little outfit and you're grinding yourself against some guy, and then 10 minutes later she's like kissing him full on. It's like, okay. Like, you know, that's just what clubbing's like these days. And you know, when I go clubbing, I get that attention, but I don't like it because that's not what I'm there for. I don't go there to pick up. I go there to enjoy myself, have a drink, and every time I go there, I have to worry about some guy trying to touch me, and that is really annoying. I mean, you wouldn't go doing that walking down the street, so why would you do it at a club? That's what I find with guys. They've got no respect. They don't care who you are. They'll just come up behind you, start dancing with you and grab you and whatever, and it's like, yeah, fuck off kind of thing. And like, I get that quite often. I don't know if it's because of what I wear or whatever, but like, you know, I've had a few guys just come up to me by random without me even knowing that, you know, they were next to me, and they've just come up to me and said, oh, you know, I have the need to want to talk to you, and, you know, oh, you have like amazing eyes and like all this weird stuff. And it's like, okay, you know, it's just, you meet a lot of freaks at clubs, to be honest. And like, you know, I'm meant to be going out tomorrow because like I've got no kids, but you know, me and my friends had a falling out kind of thing, so I don't really have anyone to go out with anymore. And you know, just those few little weeks that I've been clubbing again, I'm starting to kind of slowly get over again, because it's just like the same thing every single time. You can't really enjoy yourself when you've got like all these guys that are trying to, you know, pick you up. They're all drunk. And I'm not just blaming the guys. Like, I mean, there's some chicks out there that are pretty whorish when it comes to clubbing. You know, they just put themselves on a guy and that's it. But basically all the time the guys don't even care. They seem to like that type of thing, and I'm not too sure why, but you know, too bad if this guy, like, you know, had a girlfriend or whatever and she just latches herself onto him. You know, girls have got no respect, guys have got no respect, and there should be certain rules when it comes to like clubbing. I know it's hard, but that's just what I think personally, because like I said, when, you know, there's been a few times where I'd just be standing there with my mates and I've had like some guy just try and grab me up from behind and try and dance with me and stuff like that, and like, you know, rubbing up against me behind me. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you would not do that if I was walking down the street. That would be called rape. You know, it's pretty full on, and it does get ridiculous, and I don't get to that point where, like I said, that I don't know what I'm doing. And I just wanted to kind of, you know, put it out there for people that don't really go clubbing, or maybe you've had the same experience when you do go clubbing. I know that I've blamed guys for most of this video, but it is chicks too, from basically what I seen last time that I went, you know, just bang, straight on this guy. It's like, yeah, you don't even know him. Yeah, you're drunk, but even when I get drunk, I don't go latching myself onto some random guy. It's just not respectful, and you've got to think, you know, do they even have a girlfriend? You should wait for them to kind of approach you, like, obviously in a nice way, not in a drunk way, but at the same time, don't ever go clubbing thinking that, you know, you're going to go pick up your soulmate or you're going to find the love of your life, because that's most likely not going to happen. At one stage I thought that maybe that was possible and that's how I could meet somebody, but when I realized that, you know, they're all drinking, they're not going to remember anything, and you can't stand there and get to know someone because the music's too loud, no one can hear you, you know, and there's too many girls around, so the options there is just too much, and it's too much of a hassle. So, you know, that's why I go to internet dating. I know that's pretty risky, but because I don't get out there much, that's pretty much my only option, and I don't trust people that go clubbing. So that's just you know, my opinion with clubbing, I guess. There are different types of clubs, like, you know, you can go to underage ones, overage ones, rave ones, R&B ones, like, there's thousands of different types depending what you're into. This one's just a normal club that's different music. I mean, anyone can go there. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of ramble about clubbing and pubbing. Oh yeah, and the difference is with pubbing is that there's not really, you know, that much of a dance floor in a pub. Well, sometimes there is. It depends on which one you go to. Um, but with pubs, it's mainly like band music or just random, boring, crappy stuff, and the majority of the time everyone's sitting at the bar anyway. So if you drink a lot, then probably a pub is the best way to go about things. But if you're into dancing like a lot, then I suggest clubbing. Like, I love my dancing. I can't dance professionally. I always wanted to, but it's just not my thing right now, obviously. Um, so yeah, put your comments below with like any of your experiences that you might have had when you've gone clubbing, or if the same things kind of happened to you. And just also another thing too that I wanted to say, I know I said it kind of at the beginning of the video, but I'm not stuck up. I don't sit there and say that every guy loves me. I'm just going by my experiences with the way that guys are personally around me. And I do not draw attention to myself or to make people look at me. I'm not like that. Although that, you know, my photos or whatever that I've got on dating websites or Facebook or whatever it is, you know, people comment them all the time, and just because I'm a mum, I get called a MILF. I don't know, that's just my name, that's what I'm known by. And like, you know, it does get annoying looking the way that I do sometimes, because people kind of look at me in the wrong way and they don't really know me personally. So, you know, say if I look really attractive in a photo because that's what the guy says, then they're going to think that I'm some sort of MILF that will sleep with any guy. Do you get what I'm saying? As where I'm not like that, because I don't sleep around. I never have and I never will. I'm not like that. I'm more of a family committed type relationship person. I don't do flings or anything like that. And, you know, then some guys are like, well, why don't you just go ugly? That way, you know, you don't get that type of attention. But, you know, I don't want to be like that. I'm just trying to be myself, and I can't help the way that I look towards people. I mean, obviously I'm not going to go changing my looks for some guy, or any guy for that matter. I just walk down the street and do my own thing and not worry about, you know, whether or what this guy's thinking about me. Because like, I can walk down the street when I'm doing my, you know, morning walks or afternoon walks, and, you know, guys look out their car windows, and it's just like, well, why are you doing that for? Seriously, it's weird. But, you know, think whatever you like. I personally don't care, because, like I said, I don't think I'm that great, and I'm not expecting people to say that I'm that great. And there have been other videos that I've done where people have said, you know, some weird things, but you know, I don't sit there and judge people on their looks either, and I don't expect people to judge me on my looks. I just go by, like I said, experiences, what people have said to me, the way that they are around me. And, you know, there have been some girls where, you know, they kind of get jealous about it as well, especially some of my friends that used to go clubbing with me. They used to hate that I got all the attention and they got nothing. And so a lot of shit went down and shit got nasty, so that's kind of why we're not friends anymore. Hence why I've got no one to go clubbing with anymore. But yeah, I'd like to hear your comments, your thoughts, anything about that. So thanks for watching, and let me know.